she needed baby formula.
Shannon Bird made the call around 2 a.m. on January 28th. She told the dispatcher she needed formula for her 6-week-old baby after she was unable to nurse. She also said her husband was out of town and she had 4 other children in the home. Officers with Lone Peak Police responded, but Bird admits she really didn't expect the officers to buy the formula for her.
I had never been that frantic. Like, what do you do? Thank you for helping people in situations where they can't help themselves in emergencies.
It's been about protect and serve. This is part of the serve. We are here to serve the public.
Lone Peak spokesperson applauds his fellow officers, saying this case, while unique, isn't much different than helping someone change a tire. Yeah. Another example of police showing up.
Yeah. If you need formula, you need formula.
You know,
Middle of the night.
Baby's got to eat.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for Channel 2 News at 4.
Channel 2 News at 5 begins in 60 seconds. Don't go away.
Live from KPRC, this is Channel 2 News at 5.
It's impossible for a Baytown family to understand why someone would leave a young man critically wounded on the side of a road.
And as that man recovers from being hit by a vehicle, his family is pleading for help to find the driver responsible. Channel 2's Marianne Martinez live in Baytown where that man was hit. Marianne.
Andy, 20-year-old Ray Rios was pulled over here near the exit of that gas station on Saturday. He was checking out the tailgate on his own pickup truck. That's when a different pickup truck drove past him here on their way out, hitting Ray Rios. Now, we're told by a witness that a man riding shotgun in that truck actually looked out the window, saw Ray Rios lying on the ground as that truck drove off.
But to leave somebody like that... Only a true coward could do that.
There aren't enough tears for Gina Rios' outrage over what happened to her son. A broken shoulder, broken ribs, and many months of a painful recovery ahead after 20-year-old Ray Rios was hit by a truck Saturday. Around 11 a.m., he stopped at a Chevron on Highway 146 in Alexander in Baytown. His tailgate wasn't fully closed, so he pulled over to secure it. That's when this witness, who does not want her face shown, says 2 men in a tan truck hit him.
These guys had no care in their face whatsoever. The passenger, he just looked out the window like, oh, okay.
He somehow dragged himself back into his own pickup truck, and all he wanted to do was come home to us. So he drove himself like that beat up and battered, all the way to the house, gets out of his pickup truck, comes to the front door, rings the doorbell. My husband answers it. He falls into my husband's arms. My husband helped him, trying to get him to get to sit down in the living room, and my son just collapsed on the floor.
Ray Rios was hospitalized on Saturday. He has now been released from the hospital, but obviously has a very long recovery ahead with broken ribs on both the front and the back of his body. Again, his family pleading for anyone with information on that tan 4-door pickup truck to please contact the Baytown Police Department. Reporting live, Marianne Martinez, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Marianne, thank you. Developing tonight, a Houston woman wanted for a murder 7 years ago has been arrested after police say she allegedly killed another person on Valentine's Day.
And that person was found dead in the backseat of a car. Our senior reporter Phil Archer is on the case tonight. He is live from downtown Houston. Phil?
That's right. Jakia Cruz, 27 years old, was arrested Friday for murder. That's when police discovered she's also wanted for another murder that happened 7 years ago. Cruz is currently being held for the killing of Lorenzo Guevara, who was allegedly shot in a parking lot near Will Crescent Southwest Freeway Friday. According to court documents, Cruz's boyfriend told police he left her and Guevara in a car together, then heard gunshots. When he got back to the car, Guevara was dead in the back seat. Cruz allegedly claimed Guevara had threatened her. Now, after her arrest, police discovered Cruz was wanted for capital murder in the killing of a 24-year-old man back in 2013. She allegedly strangled him in his apartment in Southwest Houston, then robbed him. That charge was filed in December of last year. Today, a magistrate judge ordered Cruz to be held under $500,000 bond. A psychological evaluation has also been ordered for her. Reporting live from the Harris County Jail, I'm Phil Archer, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Phil, thank you. Developing now, police are trying to figure out if a crime was actually committed after a missing 10-year-old boy triggered an Amber Alert. Joshua Marin is now back with his mother. Police say the mother's ex-girlfriend, Nicole Harrison, took him. They were found about an hour ago at a motel off Bissonnette in West Houston. Marin had been missing since 5 o'clock last night.
A memorial service was held today for Sugar Land mother and son who were killed inside their home. Police say Richard Logan shot and killed his wife Diana and their son Aaron before driving to San Marcos. That's where police say Logan then physically attacked his adult daughter before he committed suicide. Say family and friends gathered at River Point Church to remember the family.
4 people were killed early this morning in a head-on crash along Highway 146 just south of Dayton. These pictures of the crash are courtesy of Bluebonnet News. Dayton police tell us a man in a truck was driving southbound and went out of his lane, then hit another truck with a driver and 2 passengers head-on. Another car was involved in the crash, but that driver was not hurt. Police are investigating what caused this crash, but say they do not believe weather was a factor.
A domestic disturbance led to a violent police chase in Baytown this afternoon. Police were initially answering a call after a man reportedly threw an axe at a woman, but at some point the man drove away, eluding police by driving across several lawns. He ended up crashing into another car on the feeder of I-10 in Dale in Houston. DPS did a pit maneuver to finally stop him. At some point during that chase, a police K-9 vehicle was hit by another driver, but we have not learned any injuries from that incident. The suspect is identified now as 25-year-old Robert Rayon of Baytown. He had been booked on charges of aggravated assault and felony evading. A live look outside now, a warm way to start our week, that's for sure, with a tiny bit of sunshine peeking through.
Finally, nice to see that sun, but the weather situation is about to take a turn, hopefully a turn for the better in terms of this humidity, Frank.
Well, it eventually will get there, but you're right. It's humid and it's foggy. Look at this. This is Galveston. If you look down here, occasionally you'll see a headlight. So that's Seawall Boulevard, and the beach is that way, and you can see the fog is socking them in right now. It's going to continue. Half-mile visibility. Everybody else is looking pretty good. Anahuac is down to 6 now, and these areas of Cleveland, Dayton down to 7. So things, just give it time, are going to go for everyone, it looks like, especially Bolivar down along the island down toward the Freeport area. So watch out, especially there, but I think all of us are going to have a slow commute as we go into tomorrow. We'll talk more about it. You can see these upper 70s right now after a nice warm one. Got into the 80s this afternoon. Your dog walking forecast has 76 at 6, 74 at 7, and 73 at 8. And look at that, Oklahoma City's at 60, 53 in Amarillo, with 75 in Dallas and 85 in San Angelo. So there's cooler air that is on the way. That's going to be a big game changer as we move into late tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. So evening visibilities are going to go down. Tuesday's fog busting front I just showed you. I'll time that out for you. Umbrellas through Thursday, and then we'll talk about that weekend. Andy?
All right, Frank, thanks so much. The lawsuits just keep on coming following the Astros sign stealing scandal. The latest suit is from someone who was in the stands at Minute Maid watching the whole thing.
A season ticket holder now wants his money back because he says the action on the field wasn't worth the price he paid. Channel 2's Sally Mamdou is live now from Minute Maid Park with more on this story now. Sally?
That's right. He's asking for monetary compensation because he simply says, or this law claims, that he never got a quality game that he paid for. An Astros fan has filed a lawsuit against the Astros for what the lawsuit calls deceptively overcharging for season tickets while engaging in sign stealing. In this 33-page lawsuit, the plaintiff, Adam Wallach, who's a season ticket holder, is asking for refunds for his season tickets in 2017, 2018, and 2019, claiming the team put a, quote, deficient product on the field and claiming that it resulted in the devaluation of the tickets. The lawsuit goes on to detail the methods Astros used, like code breaking and the banging scheme to steal signs. But despite the meticulous description of how the Astros stole the signs in the lawsuit and Astros players admitting to cheating, we asked our KPRC legal analyst Brian Weiss if the lawsuit stands a chance.
The justices on the Texas Supreme Court have a reputation, well-deserved, for being pro-big business.
The lawsuit is now inviting partial and full ticket holders to join the lawsuit, but Weiss says this class action lawsuit would be difficult to prove in court because each fan might have a different interpretation of how the Astros breached their contract agreement.
At the Texas Supreme Court, the state's highest court for civil cases, has made it virtually impossible to bring class action lawsuits in these kinds of cases.
We reached out to the Astros today for a comment. We're told the Astros do not comment on legal matters. For now, we're live in downtown. Sally Memdu, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Sally, thank you. Developing tonight, there is more bad news for the Astros organization.
Sports director Randy McElvoy is live in West Palm Beach, Florida, where spring training is underway. And Randy, we understand that you have some news about one of the team's pitchers now.
Absolutely. Hello from West Palm Beach. Now, although I want to specify this player I'm about to mention was not going to be a factor on this spring's team in the race towards the regular season, but really on the public relations front, this is bad news for the Astros. Just about 15 minutes ago, minor league pitcher Francis Martes, who was last in the major leagues with the Astros briefly in 2017, where he won 5 games, was suspended 1 year today by Major League Baseball. Again, that came out just a little while ago. He tested positive for illegal steroid boldenone. So again, Francis Martes out 162 games, a full season. All right, let's talk some Astros spring training in camp here. They're actually playing some baseball. Pitchers and catchers probably lonely the last few days. They had it to themselves here at camp. That all changed today. Position players arrived. Full squad workouts now officially underway here in West Palm Beach for the Astros. All right, day one always with a little chaos as the new schedule kicks off. Dusty Baker had a morning team meeting to lay out expectations. Then the guys went to work for 2.5 hours all over the complex, where they took in batting practice, some fielding drills, also some conditioning as well. With the backlash coming in daily now from across the major leagues, these Astros know they need to earn back respect with people. And simply put, they say it all starts with winning.
We are truly remorseful and sorry for what we have done. But I think the biggest thing, like I said last week, was we go out there and win, and we're not only earn the respect of a lot of people, but we'll get the respect out from ourselves as well. So winning is the biggest thing for us.
We just have to stay together and play good baseball. I mean, it sounds simple, but we really need to go out there and play good baseball.
Yeah, the Astros love the makeup of this baseball team inside that clubhouse. There are also rave reviews coming in already on new Astros manager Dusty Baker so far in camp. Certainly they're going to miss A.J. Hinch, no doubt about that, but Baker is fitting right in, and he certainly has respect for the players. Now, speaking of players, as we reported yesterday, we'll say it again, one player not in camp is number 2 pitcher in the rotation, Zach Greinke. He is still not here. He has until February 22nd this weekend to report. He's told Astros officials he will be here. Coming up at 6, more for the Astros. We're talking with George Springer. His contract is up after this season, so there's talk of an extension, or maybe not. We're going to hear from George Springer coming up in the next hour. We're live in West Palm Beach with the Astros. Randy McElvoy, KPRC Channel 2 Sports.
Randy, thank you. Coming up, the Democratic presidential hopefuls turn their attention to Nevada ahead of the next round of caucuses.
Plus, new help available for families and businesses impacted by last month's deadly explosion.
That thing that
You're watching Channel 2, Houston's home for news.
It only takes a few seconds for a thief to strike. Tonight, Pasadena police are reminding families to not just secure their cars, but also their trailers. Home surveillance video shows a guy in a pickup truck scouting this trailer before backing up his truck, hitching the trailer, and taking off. Police say most stolen trailers are resold online using apps like Facebook Marketplace. They recommend getting something like a wheel lock or a tongue lock.
Tonight, detectives say they plan to file animal cruelty charges against the owner of 2 emaciated dogs that were rescued yesterday from a home. The Harris County Precinct 1 Constable's office shared these photos, and you can see the dogs are in very bad shape. Detectives say one dog had trouble standing and had resorted to eating bark from a tree. Both were chained in a yard without food or water on Lucas Street, which is on Houston's south side. This afternoon, Precinct 1 Constable Alan Rosen says his office won't tolerate this or any case of animal abuse.
The dog tried to get up and greet one of our investigators when they went out to check on him and fell. So the horribly emaciated, no food, no water, in terrible shape. We have to advocate for these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and allow anybody to mistreat an animal. And it's just horrible. This is a living thing.
Both of those dogs are still receiving treatment. Constable Rosen says the owner claimed that he had the dogs for security purposes. His team is still investigating to see if anyone else may have been involved in neglecting the animals.
Early voting starts tomorrow for the March primary, otherwise known as Super Tuesday. You can cast your ballot at any polling location in your county. We have a full list of locations on click2houston.com. Early voting runs through February 28th with Super Tuesday on March 3rd. Texas Democrats will decide who they want to take on President Trump this November. Today, the candidates are focused on Nevada ahead of Saturday's caucuses there. Tonight, Senator Bernie Sanders is leading the pack. Channel 2 anchor Sion Rhodes will be live from Las Vegas with reports beginning tomorrow right here at 5 o'clock. The next Democratic debate is this Wednesday night at 8, right here on KPRC Channel 2.
Help is being offered tonight for people affected by last month's deadly explosion in northwest Houston. 2 people died and dozens of homes were damaged or destroyed following the blast at Watson Grinding and Manufacturing. The new help comes in the form of low-interest federal disaster loans for businesses and residents. On Wednesday, disaster recovery specialists will help answer questions and explain the application process. That workshop opens at 10 a.m. at the Brenda and John Duncan YMCA.
Frank is joining us. Boy, it's been a murky Monday around
yes,
here.
a little gloomy. It's going to start that way tomorrow, it looks like. It hasn't really had any relief in Galveston. They've been under it all day.
Socked in.
Yeah, they're going to be socked in again tomorrow. Yeah. So get ready for that. But then this front's going to change everything as we get into tomorrow night. I'll time it out for you. This was from last night, but it's pretty, isn't it? Nice little sunset up in Shenandoah from Jack Sellers. Thank you, Jack. In the meantime, temperatures came in at 81 this afternoon, 80 at Hobby, 70 in Galveston, where the fog kept the sun away for sure. But normal 67, so we were certainly well above that. Not that far away from the record. 76 right now. South winds at 11. The dew point's at 69, and therein lies the problem. That 76 is going to go right down toward that dew point, which means the humidity is going to come up. The clouds are going to roll in here, and we're going to see this kind of a situation with the fog. There's that live look in Galveston. There's some of the headlights you can see. So I think everyone's going to get it. 68 right now there. South winds at 14, dew point 67. So these numbers in the mid and the upper 70s will continue to dive down toward the upper 60s. Our overnight low only about 68 tonight. That'll be about it. So it's going to remain mild. There's that, right? That's the upside. But the winds will start to die down. In fact, they already are 11, 12, 14, still 15 in Tomball. But that's going to die down, and that's going to let that fog, I think, continue to move in here. So the power planner into the evening is for mild weather, 70s, 60s overnight, may get down to 66 once it's all said and done. Here's the visibility currently. If you've been watching this afternoon, it's been a half mile in Galveston. Until now, it's just dropped to a quarter mile. 6 in Anahuac, 7 in Dayton, Pearland, and Angleton. So already this is beginning to go down. By the time we get to 6, we'll certainly see it inland, and then we'll continue 11 o'clock at 1 1/4, 1 mile, 2 mile visibility. Overnight, the same thing. The real message here is that tomorrow morning's commute is more than likely going to look a whole lot like this morning's commute, finally clearing by 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Early weekend, unusually warm. It's going to remain on the cloudy side. There's this front that I showed you. It's going to continue to slide this way. Tomorrow night, it gets here. It gets to the coast about midnight tomorrow night. And so this rain will develop, and then a system that's going to move right along it gives us an even better chance for rain as we go into Thursday. That's our highest chance. The good news is high pressure clears it out of here maybe as early as Thursday late afternoon. And certainly Friday and Saturday are looking pretty good right now. Here's a bit of a close-up. I'll put this in motion. You can see just a spotty shower for tomorrow. But there's the front at 8:30, cutting right through Houston, and it gets right to the coast about midnight. So there it is at 1 in the morning, just off the coast. And so that puts the cool air in here, and then we put this rain on top of it. So we're going to continue to see a really drizzly day as we go into the next several. The heaviest rain will stay up to our north, 3 and 4 inches of rain. But in Houston, half an inch of rain is a pretty good bet, if not even a little more. In the meantime, 76 for tomorrow, then it all goes downhill. 58 and 62, 48 and 52 on Thursday. Friday clears out, but it's cool. 42, 54, and then 40s and 60s as we move into Saturday. Chance of rain next Sunday is 20%, but that's Sunday night. And then we go back into a little bit of a rain pattern. But I tell you, we've been getting away with these fairly nice weekends, and those are the bookends, so nobody's complaining about the books.
Not at all.
That's a good point. Yeah, it was a beautiful weekend this last weekend.
Yeah, it was.
It looks like it's going to be coming up.
Excellent.
All right.
Frank, thanks so much.
Coming up tonight at 6, they are the tragedies that spark debate over guns in schools. Columbine, Parkland, Santa Fe. But a closer look at the numbers shows another troubling trend. Here's Channel 2 investigator Robert Arnold with a preview of a story you'll see all new tonight at 6.
It changes the way you look at everything.
The consequences are permanent.
That thing that you can't comprehend happening, it can happen.
Channel 2 Investigates looks at 50 years of fatal school shootings.
Gun violence doesn't discriminate. It doesn't know zip codes.
Monday at 6 on KPRC Channel 2 News. Hear why police, parents, and survivors
I would absolutely be a game changer.
Say curbing gun violence at school starts in the home.
Houston natural gas pipeline company Kinder Morgan has won a legal battle against opponents of a newly proposed pipeline. The 430-mile-long Permian Highway pipeline would move natural gas from the Permian Basin of West Texas to Katy. A U.S. District Court judge in Austin has rejected an effort to put a temporary restraining order on construction of the $2 billion project. City and county leaders joined with landowners in arguing that the pipeline would harm a rare species of bird. The judge ruled on Friday that city officials had not shown any irreparable harm to the animal.
Right now, here's Lester Holt in Las Vegas with a look at what's coming up on Nightly News.
Tonight, Democratic candidates sensing a growing threat concentrate their fire against Mike Bloomberg. Will Bloomberg be on the debate stage here in Las Vegas later this week? Also, our new series on how to weather tax season, including ways to save on tax prep software.
Your eyes.
Hello, I'm Dominique Saxa in the newsroom with a look at what we're working on for Channel 2 News at 6 o'clock today. Tragedies like the Santa Fe High School shooting sparked debate over guns in schools. But a closer look at the numbers shows another troubling trend. Channel 2 investigates. And some closure tonight for families ripped off by their contractor, the guilty plea he entered, and how much prison time he's getting. These stories and more at the top of the hour on Channel 2 News at 6. Back to you all.
We will look forward to those stories. Dominique, thank you.
Change is on the way.
I know. I should have done a fog blog, but I did a plant blog. I know. Click to Houston.com/weather blog. There's a lot of people asking about the planting in Houston. Is it already time? I know. Talk about that. In the meantime, outdoor dining. You're dining in 70-degree weather, 74, 73, 71. I'll have an update on the fog, speaking of which, coming up at 6.
All right, Frank, thanks so much.
And thank you for joining us. Nightly News is next.
We'll see you at 6 o'clock.